Sure that we are good to go. All right. So, welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for joining live or watching the replay of this webinar here. My name is Brooks Burnett, owner of Remodel Reach Marketing. We are a full service marketing agency for remodeling contractors only. And so, in today's webinar, we are going to be covering the topic of email marketing. And so, we're going to be focusing, we'll talk about a couple of different uses for emails in your business, but we're going to be focusing on one in particular, and that is email drip campaigns on a monthly basis to your existing audience, to your existing client base. So this could be through newsletters, maybe, but I'm not actually a big fan of newsletters, and I'll show you why here in a little bit. And I recommend to do something else instead of newsletters. And so, but it's kind of in that style and that kind of once a month frame of just sending something to your existing client base. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and share my screen here with all of you. All right. So I hope you can see this and I hope you can see me. Let's find somewhere for me to go. For me to go here so I'm out of the way. All right. So again, this is a webinar for email marketing for home remodeling contractors. Now, anybody else could use this information here, but we always frame our webinars, whether it's advertising, whether it's Facebook, social media, websites, everything is framed for home remodeling contractors. So just keep that in mind. We're going to go over who, where, when, how, and why, who, what, when, how, and why, and all of those things here. We're going to be jumping around. We're not going to be going in order because you'll see some things need to come before others, but it's basically how everything you need to know about email marketing for home remodelers. So let's go ahead and get going. So first things first, starting off with a disclaimer, there are tons of ways to do this. Okay, so there are a few, there's tons of email providers, email platforms and softwares and websites out there that can allow you to do that. This is the things that I'm going to show you are generalized, but I will give you examples of things that I like to use for our campaigns that we run for our clients and things that we have seen work. Okay, so keep that in mind. So again, there are countless email marketing services and platforms. Results may vary. Okay, so some people might have a good existing client base and see return on their ads. Others might not necessarily see returns directly from the emails, but that's okay. Okay, you still need to do them, and they are very, very important for an overall marketing strategy for your remodeling business. And so, like I said, email marketing is a part. It's not the only thing you're doing. It should not be the only thing you're doing. It should be just a part of your overall strategy that you're using for your company. So jumping right in here. So why should you listen to me? Who am I? So I work, again, my name is Brooks Burnett, owner of Remodel Reach Marketing. And so we only work with remodeling companies. And I understand exactly what remodelers are looking for in the way that their sales processes work. Okay. How do I know that? Well, I'm a member of NARI, NKBA, NAHB. I go to those meetings regularly and speak with remodelers about what their struggles are, what they do, what they need to do, and just I speak with them and we work with them all the time. Okay. And so I have 7 years digital marketing experience. That might not seem like a lot, but I just turned 30. So a pretty good percentage of my life here. So that's just a little bit about me, but let's dive into it here. So who and why? Who should you be sending your emails to? Why is this important? What's the deal here? So email has many uses in your company. Follow-up, email follow-up. So people come into your business, they submit a form, you're following up with them through email, reaching out to them. But predominantly what we're going to be talking about today, it should be done for staying in front of your past customers and those who have shown interest in your company. Okay. So staying relevant to your current and past customer base. Okay. So if you have an old business, if your business is, 10 plus years old, you should have a good client base there. And, maybe you don't have all of their emails. That's okay. But you should be able to stay in contact with them for their next kitchen project, for their next bathroom project, their guest bathroom, their home addition, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line after you do that initial project for them. That is what this main or this webinar is for, and that's what your email should be designed to do. Okay, ultimately at the end of the day. So you're staying in touch with your customers, and it should be a high priority. When you stay in touch with your customers, you are making sure to keep their attention. Okay, you're staying in front of them, staying at the top of their mind when they're ready for their next project. Okay, so you need to be present and ready for your customers when they are ready. Okay, and so that's what we are going to do here, and that's what we are covering. And so what is it not for? Okay, what is email, this specific type of email marketing, what is it not designed to do? So this is not for direct lead generation. Okay, ultimately, at the end of the day, yes, we want our clients to come back to us and say, "Hey, we want you to do our next bathroom. We want you to, redo our master bedroom, whatever it may be." We want them to come back, but that's not what these emails are designed to do. We are not pushing heavy on sales here. These are not sales emails saying, "Hey, we're doing a 10% discount on kitchen remodels," which most remodelers don't do anyway. But we're not spamming them with sales, with spammy language like call now, call in the next 30 days. We're not doing that with these emails. Okay, that's not what these are for. If you do that, you run the risk of falling into spam. Okay, going into spam, and if you start going into spam, that is a huge negative on your emails as a whole, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But at the same time, you run the risk of not getting much return. Okay, direct email marketing like that, when you're being overly salesy to a list of people who don't know who you are, doesn't really work out too well for home service based businesses. Okay, there's lots of other things that you need to be doing: SEO, websites, advertising, social media. There's plenty of things you need to be focusing on. Email marketing is not one of them. Okay, this again is for staying in front of your previous and past customers and keeping your business in their minds. Okay. So you have to avoid going into spam, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. So starting off on how do you actually do this? We know what we're trying to do. We're staying in front of our customers here. We're getting back in front of them, keeping their interest. So how do we do it? So the first thing you have to do is get your list. So hopefully you already have some type of list through your CRM, through whatever CRM you're using to capture people that come in, to capture people who submit forms on your website, who contact you through your website, who contact you through social media. Hopefully you already have a list of those customers. It doesn't matter how big or how small they are. Okay, this will still work and still apply no matter what the size is of your list, but you just need to have one. Okay, if you do not have one, you need to start tracking them now. Okay, and so it's extremely important to make sure that you have a list of some kind. And most remodelers do, because there's constant emailing about estimates and times and scheduling and things like that. So it's normally not an issue, but don't I mean you'd be surprised. So grab the emails, grab the names from your resources, from your databases, whatever you've got, and then start building that list if you don't have one already. But if you do, get it, download it, convert it into a CSV file, just export it. Every CRM has a way to do that. So normally it's a little button it's like an arrow, or it just says download. And so you can download the list, and you're going to grab and capture that list. So the next thing you're going to do, which gets into exactly what you need to do here, you need to purchase a secondary domain. Okay. So you need to purchase a secondary domain. And so this is what you're going to use for your email campaigns. Okay. So say for example, you have the name of your company is My Remodeling Company, My Remodeling Company, My Remodeling Co. And your domain is myremodelingco.com. Well, so you need to purchase a secondary domain to run your email campaigns off of. Okay. So this could be something like myremodelingco.net, myremodelingco.org. It's just a secondary domain. So that way you are using that domain only, and that email, ultimately, you're going to make an email out of that. You're using that only for your email campaigns. And again, what this does is protect your main domain from spam, okay, or from falling into spam. So if I took myremodelingco.com, just the main email for my fictional remodeling company, if I took that email and started sending emails and something happened, I didn't do it correctly, and I go into spam, well, then my current clients that I need to be in contact with, they're not going to be able to reach me, or I won't be able to reach them through email because my emails keep going into their spam box automatically. And so you need to protect your main email by purchasing another one. And so, normally domains are like, you pay like what, $30 for the year. And so it's really not a big deal at all. And it saves you a ton of headache. When I first started my company, I was not aware of this. And so I started sending emails through my main domain, and it is not fun. It is not fun when you have to create a new domain, completely new, and start everything over again. It is not fun. So just avoid it. Go to GoDaddy, go to wherever you purchased your main domain. Sign up for .net, .org, .co, whatever it may be, .us, and save yourself the headache, please. So moving on here. So you've got your new domain. You've got your new domain. You've set up the email for that domain. And so now what do you do? Well, another way to make sure that you avoid going into spam is warm up your inbox. Warm up your inbox. So you don't want to start sending emails right away. Okay. You might get away with it because you're sending emails to a small group of people, but I would just make completely sure that I'm not going to go into spam because it is hard to get out once you're in. So warming up your inbox is a great way to do this. And so I use a company called Warm Up Inbox. There's tons of them out there. So just to prove the point here, we're going to just go to Google, and you can just type in email warm up. You can type in email warm up software or whatever. And excuse me, you get a ton. I use Warm Up Inbox. Instantly is a good one. Snovio is okay. Um, but all of these, it's pretty inexpensive. You're only doing one email most likely, one email campaign most likely. And so, there's tons of them out there. You can shop around. But once you join, you just put in your email account, and then it will start automatically sending emails to and from your account. And basically what it's doing is it's tricking, quote unquote, tricking Google into thinking that you are sending lots of emails and receiving lots of emails. So it kind of shows email providers that, hey, you're not just sending out emails, you're not spamming anybody, you're getting emails naturally, when in reality, it's just all in the background. And so, I would definitely recommend warming up your inbox. It's something that when you purchase it and you set it up, it's done. So I would definitely recommend that. And so the last thing I'll say about this, whenever you set up your email warmer or your inbox warmer, it can take a while. It can take like a couple of weeks to start building up your emails, because it'll send out one email the first day, two emails the second day, three emails, and things like that. But you definitely, I would highly recommend doing this. Highly recommend it. You can skip it, but you're risking going into spam. Okay. So next, where are you going to create your emails? So again, there's a few different ways and a few different companies to do this, or that you can use to do this. I'll go over mine here in a second. So you can use things like Constant Contact, MailChimp, Woodpecker, and there's probably 50 others or more. Okay. So when choosing a platform, choosing an email platform, something to send your emails from and create the emails and send them out from, when you're choosing your platform, choose one that fits your design style. Okay, so if you want lots of pictures, lots of interactive things on your emails, I would recommend that. But if that's what you're going for, then things like Constant Contact and Active Campaign, these are going to be very good options for you. Okay, now if you want a more simplified email, so like an email that actually looks like it's coming from someone's friend, or it's like an actual email with no pictures and just direct, then something like Woodpecker or Quick Mail would definitely benefit you. So it's a more minimalist design. And so, really quickly here, I'm going to show you Constant Contact. This is the one that I would recommend. I think it's great. It's an email marketing platform. And so, you've got all of these different things here, which I have a marketing account, but you can still do all the same things here. And so, once you create your account, you can come to marketing, email, and then I've got all the emails that I've sent before, but we're just going to create an email. And so they provide all these templates for you. That's one thing. That's one thing to make things really easy and simple. Find an email provider that does give you templates because it makes things really easy. So let's just say we're going to go with this one. And so, kind of a strange template here. But anyway, so you can use this and start creating your email here. And you can add videos. So, like for here, you could just drag over videos and put them wherever you want. For remodelers, we're going to be, doing a lot of pictures, very picture forward, very picture heavy. And so, you can drag pictures, descriptions of your services and things like that, add lots of pictures and just kind of go from here. You can go from scratch. You can delete sections if you want, and you can add in links to your website, links to your social media. And so Constant Contact is a very, very good platform and it's very easy to use. So I would recommend it. Active Campaign is a little bit harder to use, but it's still a good option. That one's more of a CRM. And so it does more than just email and email marketing. But I think Constant Contact is a very, very good option. And there's lots of things that you can do pretty quickly. And so another thing you can do is you can create one email and then just duplicate it in Constant Contact. And once you duplicate it, you can just use similar templates. Okay. And so it just keeps it a little bit easy, just making things as simple as possible for you here today. So this is Constant Contact, and you can really do anything you would like. Add in sections here. So like if you have like a kitchen remodel and a bathroom remodel in the same job, if you want to showcase one of your jobs, add a picture and then add a quick description. So there's lots of possibilities here on Constant Contact. Okay. But again, it's by no means the only platform. You've got MailChimp, that's another good one. And so you can shop around if you really are interested and invested in doing this, then there are a few options, but Constant Contact is one that works very well for us and for our campaigns here. So moving forward, so now we've got the domain. We know where we're going to send our emails from, presumably. So you sign up for Constant Contact. Now, what are you sending? What are you going to send to your current and past customers? So keep this in mind. We are only showcasing previous jobs, our services, and testimonials. Or if you want to do a newsletter, then you can do a newsletter, but that's all we're doing. We are not selling anything. Okay. We're simply saying, hey, past customer, check out this kitchen that we did. Check out this testimonial from one of our current, from a bathroom project that we just completed. Hey, customer, we're doing, summer's around the corner. I know it's not, but summer's around the corner and we're doing outdoor kitchens. Check them out. That's all we're saying. Okay. We're not being salesy. So you want minimal text. You want to be picture focused. So minimal text as in you don't want just blocks of text. You don't, no one's going to sit there and read that. You want to be picture heavy. So presumably do a picture or do showcase a job that has multiple pictures or showcase a service where you have a lot of good pictures. So if you do, deck builds, deck construction, and you're doing an email about decks, then showcase lots of pictures of decks. Okay. So we are not driving followers. I said this a little weird. We are not driving your list, the people who are getting your emails, we're not driving them to a contact page. Because again, we're not saying, "Hey, we're running a sale on deck builds, on deck construction, we're doing discounts right now. Come sign up right now or schedule your estimate or whatever." We're not doing that. Okay, so we are sending them to your service pages, to a testimonial page on your website. We are sending them to your job page or wherever your photo gallery, whatever it may be. We're sending them to just learn more about you, learn more about your services. So if someone hired you to do a home addition, and we're sending them an email about guest bathroom construction or a guest bathroom that you just completed, we are sending them to that page to learn more about that. Okay. So, also, when it comes to your emails that you're sending, we are avoiding spammy language. Okay. I know I keep harping on spam, but trust me, you do not want to fall into it. So, things like reply now or call now or what are you waiting for? Or, just like think about what would you picture in a commercial from like the 1980s, from the 70s? What did people say back then? Think about anything that you've seen in the past where it's like you're just brushing off an advertisement. Avoid that language because Google, when people, most people have Gmail accounts. Okay, that's predominantly what it is. And so Google, they not only look at your account and make sure you're not sending tons and tons of emails. That's where the warming up your inbox comes in, but they look at the language itself that's on the email. And so if they see a lot of these words like, deal or sale or, you know, call in the next 30 days or whatever it may be, they will start to flag your email as spam. Okay, so just avoid that language. Try to just be genuine when you're writing your emails. Be informative. Okay, be informative with your emails, showcasing your job, showcasing your services, or your testimonials. Okay. So now, how often? How often do you do an email campaign? I would only recommend once or twice a month max. Okay. Once or twice a month should be completely fine. Again, because we're not trying to generate leads, right? We're not trying to generate as many people calling as possible. All we're trying to do is just stay in the minds of our customers. And so you can do that effectively with one email a month. You can do that effectively. Okay. And so you want your customers to open those emails. You want them to not be annoyed and by getting an email once a week or twice a week. And so we don't want them to unsubscribe. Okay. So there's a couple of dangers with email marketing. You can go into spam, but then also you can have a lot of your customers and your client base unsubscribing, so they're not going to get your email anymore. Okay. And so you don't want them to do that. You want to make sure that you are, keeping things classy and make sure that you're not sending too many emails, getting your clients annoyed. You want to choose a day. The best thing to do is just choose a day. For me, it's the 15th. For our clients, just the same day every month, and you send out your emails. And so this, constant contact, you can create your emails and then schedule them. So schedule them out. That's something that they do. And so ultimately, you just want to keep it simple. Okay, so one a month, not you can showcase a case study one month, then a testimonial another month. And so, but you're just taking it easy. We're not being too aggressive here. Okay. That's not what the email marketing is for. Okay. And so ultimately, in summary, so the first thing you're going to do is buy a new domain. Okay. So again, you can keep the same domain, the same title, My Remodeling Co., but then add a different ender. I can't remember what that's called, but the .com, add a different one of those to it, .net, .org, .co, .us, .usa, whatever. Do that first. Then you're going to set up your email address off of that domain. Then you're going to set up a warm up inbox for your email. You're going to get that going. Then you're going to choose your email provider. Once you've chosen your email provider, you're going to create the engaging emails, start creating the emails. You're going to send them the information. You're going to send them the emails, and then you're not going to be spammy. You are not going to be spammy. Okay. And then you're going to do 1 to 2 emails per month max. Okay. That, and that is it. Okay. And so again, what this is designed to do is just to stay relevant to your customers. Okay. You're actively reaching out, staying in their minds. I've had people from clients that we've had here whenever we run campaigns for them. We've had people that have called the client and said, "Wow, I saw my project in your email that you sent. That was awesome." And so we're just staying relevant. We're staying the most known remodeler. That's what our business is all about. We want to make you the most known remodeler. And so after the project is done, you have to stay in contact with your existing client base. Okay. And this is the best way to reach out to them directly without being too salesy and without asking them, hey, how do you, or, asking them, hey, do you need a new service? Do you need us to come out and give you an estimate? You're not doing that. You're just being cordial and saying, hey, customer, check out this new basement that we did. Check out this new kitchen that we did. Check out this new service. Check out this testimonial. And that's it. And letting them open it, read it, do with it what they want. And then when they're ready to for your services, they're going to come to you. Okay? That is it. I know there's a lot of steps here. But what's good about this is once you get everything set up, it's easy to just crank out the emails once a month. Okay. Once you get the domain and create the email for that domain and, sign up for MailChimp or whatever, it is a little bit time consuming to do that, but it is very beneficial ultimately, especially if you've been in business for a long time. If you've been in business for a long time and you've got a big email list, then it's very beneficial. So I would definitely recommend it. So that is it. I know that was kind of short here. It's only been 30 minutes. Thank you so much for everyone who is attending live here.